morning or whenever you see this. So 5th house of Leo already. The song is We're Having a Party. I think it's Sam Cooke. Taurus and Pluto. So that's interesting. We haven't had that for a while. Today's card is the Hermit, which is the Buddha card. It's about turning you back on the material side of life and following a spiritual path, either for a while or for good. 9 or 27. It's grandparents, Walter. It's spirit walking beside you. So we need it in the upright because we don't want you to feel like you've been left. Because you never are. They just can't always help you. Because if you're confused about what you want, they can't help you decide. You've got to do it for yourself. So let's see. Yesterday's was interesting, wasn't it? I don't know what to make of the runes at the end. Another code that we've got to break, I suppose. They always keep us growing. They always make us want to learn more. So, if you haven't seen the extra read, go and have a look. So having a party, a celebration of something. Celebrating what? Is it someone's birthday that's passed? Is there a celebration that they're missing? Who knows? We might learn some more from cards. So, like I said, we're looking for the Hermit. He holds his lantern up to guide your path so that you do not stumble and fall, make mistakes. Oh, there he is on the cut. Unfortunately, it's going to come out in the reverse, which is, I could change it now, but I won't because they've decided that's the way it's going to be. Right on top of the deck. So, I shall put him in and see where he comes. It is Virgo energy. Now Virgo is the first card out, so we've got hospital doors, healing, the abdomen, the intestines. There he is, third pile. Always turned himself around. How's that happened? See? Oh dear. Well, this is a biggie. Oops. Well, something's over. Something's come full circle. Brought to a positive conclusion. Now or in the future. There's the snake, the shear. It's about inheritances. It's about the fixed signs of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio and Aquarius. It's the cosmic dance. It's the cosmic egg. This is the end that brings about a new beginning. 21. The internet, the World Wide Web, the world itself. Something drains us emotionally, but at the end of that dark tunnel there will be a new beginning, a fresh start. You fill in your own cup. But this is going to be a shock to some. This is going to destroy your world. Because it has to be destroyed. It has to end before it can begin something new. This is sometimes the ivory towers that we build for ourselves that become prisons. Wanting that nice house, those nice cars and everything, and then it turns out not to be what you thought. So you have to destroy it. It's electrical and water problems within the home. It's arguments, accidents, losses. It's actual losses of home. The 16. It's an eruption. A tower falls. And you turn away from everything you've ever known or believed to be true. 16. There's impatience here. Well, probably you've got to that last straw. And the 3 comes before the 4. The 4 is when you make firm foundations. There are no firm foundations yet. But you are open to this new beginning, which is good. Spirit will give you fair winds, but you will have to hoist your own sail. The ships won't come in on their own. This is emotional stability to some extent. Filling your own cup. This is shared finances, resources, and the reproductive organs of females, the abdomen. It's about standing on your own 2 feet, having everything you need, but there may be one thing missing, just one thing. Those born in the year of the rabbit and March, hare, 1st of March, or 1st of any month could be important, 9 years. A single lady filling her own cup and seems happy about it, but it's after leaving something in the past. 10 months is mentioned, 9 years, 4 months. So the most important card here is the 16 and the 21, both positive, because that is a blessing in disguise, that destructive energy. Neptune in Pisces, which started all the trouble in 2011. So walls coming down, being open to receive. And Spirit is going to walk with you through this journey so you don't stumble and fall. Financially, emotionally, spiritually independent. A visitor, a welcome at the door, a tall, handsome stranger, or a fire sign child, somebody visiting, and they are welcome. Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. An opportunity not to be missed, a new home, a proposal, a new life. The oak doorway. It is time. You have been judged. It is time. You are welcome to walk through that door to the spiritual side. But there is something or someone returning from the past that may not have been pleasant in the past. It's trauma from the past, either childhood trauma, like child abuse, or bad memories. You need to lay this to rest. Scorpio energy again, but this time in the major arcana, the 13. Something is over, something is dead. It's time now to rebirth. Come out of your comfort zone, spread your wings. That's the butterfly entering a cocoon, staying there to grieve, and then coming out the other side stronger than ever before. Wow, this is turning out to be a mega read. So now we have Houdini. Somebody has escaped. Somebody's putting the boundaries in place. Pisces energy, number 12. Any issues with the feet and toes will be healed. Any issues with finances will be healed. Any issues with female reproductive organs. The liver. This is saying no, putting your boundaries in place and stand on your own 2 feet, or somebody has to. No longer sacrificing your happiness for other people's. So when that happens though, then we've got this lady who's drained financially, emotionally, because she was too dependent, I think. Possibly she drinks, or it could be a Scorpio that drinks. It doesn't have to be a female when it's Scorpio. Depression maybe will follow. yeah, you're wasting your breath banging your head against a brick wall with this person. It's never going to change. Home and family life takes a hit. Problems with a vehicle, a white or silver one, 7 or 25, concerts that don't take place, travel delays across land, and it is the breast and the stomach again. Don't blame yourself over this. Don't beat yourself up. There's no blame, no shame. Maybe one night stands, something like that. But whatever it is, stop overthinking it. Don't be trapped in your own mind. Analysis paralysis, they call it. Overthinking. Don't overthink it. You are losing control of something or someone is losing control of you. Sometimes you've got to let go and let spirit decide what's going to happen next. So those born in the year of the horse, out of control, the yin to the yang. There is a possibility here though of car accidents, especially reversing, mechanical problems, speeding tickets, parking fines, etc. Abundance, growth. This is the pregnancy card, but as with anything, this year is the conception year. When we birth something, be it a new business, a new child, whatever it is, it will grow, but it will grow through pain. Nothing worth having is easy. This is 3 or 30. Mothers, mother-in-laws, mothers of your children, but above all, Venus, Taurus, growth, abundance, agriculture, and the throat, the neck and throat. Those born in the year of the boar. Happiness and abundance will return. This too shall pass. Somebody here hasn't got the moral high ground, and maybe that's what they're feeling guilty about. So you're fighting a losing battle with something. So take back control of your life. Stop letting the past dictate your future. A new car, a new vehicle at 7 or 25, back again. Home and family, back on track, taking back the reins of your life. And there's the celebration, the party, and there's the final stick that we need to make the foundations for that new home. So a new home. Homes are not homes without fire in the hearth, food on the table, a welcome at the door. There could be a wedding, there'd be mention in the wedding, and those that wear red. But again, it's children or siblings or people who've caused issues in the past. Illness and bad temper, 8 and 26. Issues with the heart, the back, either emotionally or physically. Somebody is a coward. Somebody is not strong enough. Unable to tame the beast within. The nightmare will be over 9 weeks. No more sleepless nights. But you've got to be patient. 3 days. And there it is. Confusion, but you have a lot of options. Dreams are important now. So follow your dream. 5th house of Leo is what goes on in the dark. And there's Leo in the negative. Something hidden. Something because of cowardice. Somebody is a coward. They don't want things to change. Fixed signs. Because change for them is not a happy situation. So, the heart, the back, theatres, nightclubs, leisure, sports centres, hotel rooms, anything done in the dark or anything dark like depression. Self-expression, recreation, creativity, offsprings, yes. Pleasure, love affairs, children and speculation. The 5th house encompasses everything that is creative, including ideas, dreams, music, art. This is where the soul goes forth into the world, where the inner landscape is made visible. The sign on the cusp describes how easily creative energies flows, as does the planet in this house. Saturn often indicates difficulty in getting projects underway. Also indicates difficulty in conceiving a physical child. So that may be an issue, as children are an important part of the fifth house. The sign and planets placed here describes, so look at your fifth house. Interaction with children, how easy an individual finds it in a child's world. They find it difficult. Fire signs are perpetual children at heart, while air signs may not have the opportunity to express their own inner child fully. An air sign values the individual creativity of a child, seeing children as friends and equals, where water signs find it virtually impossible to recognise that they are separate beings, seen instead as an extension of themselves. Somebody here believes they can control the kids. Nobody can. You can try. Manipulation maybe. So Pluto in Taurus. We've got Taurus there. Pluto, due to the long orbit, making this placement irrelevant. Pluto in Aries, Taurus and Gemini, Aquarius and Pisces is not included. Now this is quite an old book. So Pluto may be in Taurus for all I know, or may enter it soon in the next few years. This was published in 2019, so we've never been here before. This is the unknown. And just looks like a letter F, but we know from yesterday, and we had no, we didn't have answers, did we? Or did we? Answers. Odin, Wednesday. Well, very well done, Spirit, because it is Wednesday. The Supreme God, trials and divine inspiration. So we've got the trials there with that, and divine inspiration with our hermit there. So we're going to go through something. It is a test. It's the number 4. Is it not number 4? What is it then? Answers. It is number 4. The 4th rune, so must have missed it then. There it is. Answers. I know a 4th, so 1 of 4. It will free me quickly if foes should bind me fast with strong chains. A chant that make fetters fall from my feet and bonds burst from my hands. The 4th of July maybe was important. Somebody standing on their own 2 feet, freeing themselves. America, USA. The Saxons called this Os, while the Norsemen of Norway called it Os, with 2 S's. A or O, interchangeable, hence Futhark or Futhark. The 4th rune, Answers, is connected with the faculty of speech and indeed the mouth itself. So your tongue, your mouth, your teeth, in connection with the organs of free speech. And in the sense of the river mouth. Apart from this, Os also referred to the wise Odin, the one-eyed king of the gods, who hung himself from a tree, which is, there he is, where is he gone? To free himself and learn some knowledge. So he learned knowledge and freed himself. So maybe you will learn some knowledge. Odin is considered to be the creator of the runes themselves, and Answers shares his attributes, since Odin's companions were 2 ravens, Hugin and Munin, which is Scorpio, the death card, the ravens. Thought and memory. There's your thoughts, and there's your memories. So, old memories coming back. Thinking. 2 fierce wolves that are also his pets. We all have 2 wolves inside of us, or 2 dragons that fight constantly. And the one that you feed is the one that will win. One is negative, one is positive. You feed the positive will win. It is said that Odin hung for 9 nights from a windy ash tree. Well, we've got 9 weeks, but we've also got 9 nights there. Yggdrasil, so the tree of life, is also on that 21 sometimes, to learn secrets of the runes. So secrets being told of the ash, so the name Ashley, connected to Anders. The sacrifice of Odin was repeated many times by those who wish to become proficient in the rune magic. So especially if you're an empath, I'm afraid you're going to go through it, some trials, because what good use would you be if you hadn't had any experience? For this purpose, potential rune masters would put them through grueling physical ordeals to learn wisdom in the same terrible manner as their god. Hallucinogenic substances, so somebody could be a drug addict or like in the drink, were also part of these trials. Hence, Anders is connected with properties of fly agaric toadstools, which we did put on the community tab or the post tab, didn't we? Fast-changing situations are to be expected with this rune. So at speed, so go careful when you're driving at speed. You may find yourself in a set of new circumstances. So there's the doorway, new circumstances, with little idea of how to go forwards. However, even though the conscious mind is at a loss, the unconscious will know better and will use dreams, there's your dreams, and strange coincidences. There's no such thing as a coincidence where spirit's concerned. You'll bump into people, hear conversations, stuff like that. To communicate their guidance. The rune may also suggest that the influence of a helpful advisor will become a prominent feature in your life very soon. This person is likely to be male with a great deal of worldly experience and is probably an older generation. The spoken word and powers of persuasion are the basic meaning of this rune. It should be remembered that the runes in themselves are words of power. That is, the Song of Odin states, can make fetters fall from the feet and bonds burst from your hands. Thus the appearance of Anders ensures that you can use your wits and verbal dexterity to remove yourself from restraints if you know or can learn the correct way to go about it. The God rune aspect of Anders should not be ignored. A religious influence may be felt in some way, or you could feel touched by cosmic forces. So Spirit's trying to contact you, look for the signs. The stag, strength, 8026. The elk and the ash. So we've got the ash again. So the ash tree, or the name Ashley, it is in reverse, I'm afraid. So this may happen at a party. And number 8. Cowardice. The elk is a colossal creature crowned by substantial antlers, known to cover great distance over difficult terrain. So if you see one, this is your warning. They are symbols of strength and endurance. Likewise, ash trees are sturdy and resolute, able to flourish even in harsh environments. So you will flourish even in harsh times. You may feel overwhelmed in the face of a challenge that seems impossible to overcome. You must call on the spirit of the elk and the ash and ask them to remind you of your own strength. You are strong enough. Am I prepared to face the upcoming challenges? How does inner strength differ from outer strength? And what situation calls for each? So you have to make sure that you're strong enough, emotionally, financially, whatever it is. And number 30, we are growing as a person, as a soul. It's wormwood. The worm turns. Number 30. So, growing through adversity, this too shall pass. So we had 29 yesterday, 30 today. Artemisia, Artemis was Sagittarius, and that's learning something. Absinthium, possibly at a party where you're drinking. Mars, Pluto, well done Spirit, and the Moon. If element of fire. Wormwood is one of the most fiery, bitter herbs, so this is going to be a fiery situation and it may leave a bitter taste. Linked by name to the spheres of the moon, but in most forms, so the full moon, I think it's tomorrow, early tomorrow, of magic and medicine, considered a herb of Mars. So Mars, war. Its nature is to warm and protect. Its bitterness sets boundaries. And while it can be strewn about to prevent vermin and pests in small amounts consumed to kill off intestinal worms, so something wrong with the intestines. Given its name, magically it expels parasites, entities, and harmful energies. In charms and talismans, it's used for protection in general, but specifically against biting and stinging creatures such as the snake. So an illness in this year. Paradoxically, it can be mixed with its sister, so siblings there, sister, mugwort, to incense to help call the good and helpful spirits, while mugwort helps to perceive these spirits, so you see them. The wormwood is the blend, prevents malicious spirits from appearing, so we need some wormwood. A spiritual power of wormwood is very useful for dealing with obsessions, helping us purify our energy and release any attachments we have to other people or other spirit entities. Wormwood adds fire to our aura, granting purification and protection, allowing us to drop toxic habits and people. Wormwood is one of the key ingredients of the liquor absinthe, known as the Green Fairy, and is credited with granting poetic inspiration and the mysteries of life and death through psychoactive essential oil thujone, though its attributes are a bit poetically exaggerated. Wormwood will appear when we need to purge, to protect ourselves from toxic forces, ranging from the simple pests to more poisonous serpents in our life. Wormwood urged us to put more energy into our active boundaries and speak out when we are being crossed by others. With this vitality reserved for ourselves rather than the parasitic forces of our life, we are renewed connections to our inspiration, our muse, taking form here as the green fairy of the wormwood, butterfly winged, butterfly again, inspiring the musician and offering the cup, yet framed in the sword of truth and the skull of mortality. Rebirth, what song are we called to compose, to sing? Follow the passion and don't let anything get in your way. You must purify yourself from the toxic influences. Break free. Let the shackles fall from your hands and feet. Freedom. Thanks for listening. Impressive read.